BDR, which stands for Backcountry Discovery Routes, is an organisation that creates off-highway routes for adventure and dual sport motorcycle travel. Now you may have spotted something straight away there, and you would be right. Our vehicle has too many wheels to be a motorcycle. As such, we are not able to follow the BDR routes 100% of the time, as motorbikes can go over terrain and down some single lane tracks that we are unable to. However, there are sections of the BDR routes that we can follow, and the aim of these routes is to get you off the beaten track where you can experience beautiful wilderness, see more wildlife, and meet people from small, out-of-the-way communities. BDR routes have been produced for a number of states, and generally the routes travel from the south to the north of a state, or vice versa. And at this moment in time, we are interested in the Wyoming BDR. Where appropriate to do so, we have generally followed the path of the BDR route from its start in the town of Baggs at the very south of Wyoming. We are now currently in Lander, and this is the story of how we got here. Good evening, and welcome to day one of our Wyoming backcountry discovery route. If I sound a little bit out of breath every now and then, it's because I am. It's because we're back at elevation. We're just under 9,000 feet again. Beautiful little campground here in the Medicine Bow National Forest. It's called Lost Creek Campground. We started our journey this morning in Baggs. While the small town of Baggs, with its population of 411, did offer food and lodging, we had not long left Craig, so there was no need for us to stop. And just north of the town, we turned off the paved road onto Wild Horse Road 3309. On our way to South Dakota, we've decided just to get off the road a little bit and follow the backcountry discovery route, and we did that earlier today, our first day on the route, and it's been a beautiful day, but, and there always has to be a but we had the weather behind us. We were chased off our campsite a few nights ago into the town of Craig in Colorado, and today we were chased across the hills by a mean looking bunch of black clouds. Mm-hmm. But the scenery in front of us was beautiful, and we saw some wildlife.
We saw two baby eagles, we think.
Some baby eagles on a nest. Didn't see. Oh no, I was going to say we didn't see anybody, but I think we saw two cyclists out in the middle of nowhere, up the steepest of hills. Good luck to them, honestly. But the weather was fine out the front window. Out the back window, different story. We eventually came off of the backcountry discovery route onto the road, and we've called in here at the first National Forest campground we found. I think it's only because of the elevation, it's only just opened a couple of days ago. I think the hosts, campground host got here today. Mm-hmm. We're the only people staying here other than the campground hosts, aren't we?
First come, first serve until the 1st of July. And then it will, you'll be able to book reserve.
Becomes reservable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're making use of some free firewood. It's a bit cooler here, obviously, at this elevation. We've had some hot days, and the weather's been nice. We've got a beautiful blue sky out here now, and it's 7 o'clock in the evening. Mm-hmm. So I think for tonight, having enjoyed our day today, we're going to we've had our dinner. Have a coffee and then hit the sack, ready for another adventurous day tomorrow.
Woo, fireworks.
Before continuing our journey eastwards the following morning, we backtracked slightly to take a little jaunt through the beautiful Aspen Alley. From Aspen Alley, we stayed on the paved road to the small towns of Encampment and Riverside. As our next stretch of backcountry driving was considerable, we took the opportunity to call in at the Riverside Visitor Centre to check on the road conditions ahead. It was here that we met Sam and her daughter.
There will be signs all over the mountain up there of which way to go.
Oh, okay.
So no matter, as long as you're heading in that direction and you stay heading east, you'll pop back out on the highway into Laramie.
Right, but the road shouldn't be too bad up there?
No, they just mag chlorided, they just bladed a bunch of them. We hauled cows up there a week ago.
And your name is, just in case it all goes horrible?
I'm Sam.
So,
funny story, if it all goes horrible and you need rescued, I'm actually the one that's going to come get you.
oh, there we go.
I'm on search and rescue. So, if you get lost, we're the ones that come and
And
get
your
you.
dad is?
Yes.
Oh, you're the best people to know in town then, I think.
Yeah, we're search and rescue, fire, and I'm on the ambulance.
And my uncle.
And what about you? What do you do while they're all rescuing?
She mans the
I get babysitting.
She argues with her
Babysitting.
sister.
Oh,
I get
argues with her
babysitting
sister.
by my sister.
So,
well done, well done.
you're just going to hit the highway this way,
Yeah.
and it's just going to be a little road, and you're going to go across these open flats. We call them the wheat fields. You'll see
Okay.
some cows out there. Just keep going.
Right. Well, Sam, I think you were wrong about the cows.
Don't mind us.
Excuse me.
Nice looking horses. Ooh. Ooh.
One side or the other, please. Thank you.
Yeah, you just keep going, and then you're going to hit this place, and it's called French Creek Campground.
Okay, yeah, I've seen that on the map.
Keep going,
Yes.
and you'll go up through there, and you'll pass Mullen Creek, and you'll see all the burn where the wildfire was.
Oh,
You'll see
okay.
all the wildfire.
How long ago was that?
Not last year, but the year before.
Okay,
And it was Wyoming's biggest.
pretty scary then.
It was awful. It was awful.
So
It took like almost a year to put down.
did it? And did it ever look like it was coming this way, or?
Yes.
Yeah.
You could see it come down, and you'd see the fingers come down and get close to the highway. And it was bad. The guy that my husband actually works for had his cattle up there and couldn't get them all down. So he lost a bunch of them.
Oh dear.
So it's rough.
Yeah.
We're back up there now, and the feed is great.
Yeah.
But it's treacherous. So if you get off of the road and you go walking, be careful.
Right.
Burnt sticks are very dangerous.
Okay.
They do not break like normal sticks do. They will just stab you.
Oh,
They will. It's not fun.
there's always something.
It is always something. It's always something. Around here, we always say the mountain always wins.
Yeah.
It always wins.
Well, yesterday when we were driving across that from Bags, we driving across there. We had all this beautiful scenery out in front of us,
Yes.
And we look in the mirror and there's this black cloud, there's that whole thunderstorm, and it just followed us right across the thing. And we wanted to slow down and take our time. It was like, keep going, because it's coming.
Because if you're out there, out by like Wild Horse Butte and all that stuff out there, and it gets rainy,
yeah,
the roads,
it's muddy, yeah,
it's instantaneously awful.
Yeah. With thanks to Sam's information, combined with her warnings of the many ways you can die on the mountains, we somehow managed to safely negotiate the mountain crossing. And as we drew close to the town of Centennial, we found the cows that Sam had mentioned. We passed straight through Centennial to Willow Campground at Libby Creek, just a few miles away. We would be back in Centennial though the following morning for a home-cooked breakfast. Feeling good after our breakfast at the Bare Bottom Cafe, we were in just the right mood to sit back and enjoy the scenery and the fauna and flora of the snowy mountain range. The route would take us to our highest elevation so far this year. We ended our third section of the Wyoming BDR at the South Red Hills Campground in Seminoe State Park. And our campsite had a wonderful view over the Seminoe Reservoir. The following day presented two problems. Firstly, the next section of the BDR looked gnarly and best suited to motorbikes. And secondly, there were extremely high winds forecast for that day and night. So we took the decision to hit the main road and head directly towards Lander. We found a Forest Service campsite at Sinks Canyon and spent the next couple of days doing some much needed jobs to the vehicle.
This is one of my favourite, I think, campsites as our vehicle. We're here for 2 nights, so we're doing jobs. We've been down dirt tracks and everything's dusty. So I've got all the kitchen stuff out, clearing the dust off of all that. There's PH, he's greasing. We got our tent out.
What am I greasing?
Stuff.
Nipples.
And there's a river and a little bridge. You can go for a hike. Perfect. After all the jobs are done, time for lunch. Oh, I think he's doing me a bacon and egg roll. Perfect spot for the river. What are you doing?
The other week I was actually locked in a bear bin and now I'm cooking breakfast in one.
Breakfast or lunch?
Brunch.
Our little setup by the river that sends you to sleep.
With the vehicle nicely shipshape and Bristol fashion, we left Sinks Canyon Campground and took the switchbacks out of the canyon floor and up to another Forest Service campground at Wortham Meadow, this time at an elevation of around 9,000 feet. Once settled in, it was time for dinner, and I decided it was about time I gave a campfire cooking masterclass. So what's happening here in the kitchen?
Parcels, vegetable parcels.
Vegetable parcels containing
Potatoes, cauliflower, broccoli and carrots. And a little bit of salt. Not too much. Don't like using too much salt.
Okay.
And pepper.
And we found yesterday when we had this is our second day of this meal, that we steam the vegetables on the fire, and then we pan fry the shrimp, and then empty the vegetables out of the steamed parcels into the pan and just bring it all together at the end for yet another Gordon Ramsay masterpiece. Now, to the inexperienced eye, that may look like that fire isn't up for much. But if I was to take you a little bit closer, just listen. There's some sizzling going on in there. The goodness is happening. And talking of goodness, what have you brought me?
Nothing yet.
I thought you mentioned beer.
I did, it's over there. I had my hands full. I can't do everything.
This here is a bear box. A bit smaller than the one that Chrissy put me in previously. But we use this is quite handy for us as a cooking cupboard, store cupboard, cooking cupboard. We put our tent up here over the table, and then the vehicle is parked. Here comes the beer.
Beer o'clock.
The vehicle is parked just through there. It's pretty shadowed. We're in a very windy part of Wyoming at the moment, but we've managed to get the vehicle tucked in the trees. Cheers.
Cheers.
Shortly after lighting the fire, things were looking promising, but that soon changed.
How's it going, Paul?
Well, terrible. It's
Are you going to smoke those shrimp?
some smoke. I think I'm done. This wood it's too new. It's had every chance to burn and it just doesn't want to take. It's been hard work.
The fire was perfect last night.
I know, I think I used an older piece of wood. This is relatively new.
And very smoky.
There's some heat, but it's just it doesn't want to burst into flames without a lot of fanning.
Yeah.
I mean, I think these shrimp were warmer in the ocean, I think. Come on.
There's some flames.
I think by the time this dinner is oh, can you see me through the I think by the time this dinner is ready it's going to be dark. And that's probably for the best because you won't want to see what you're eating. I don't think.
Plan B?
Oh no, certainly not. It's part of the plan. I always like to finish my prawns. I like to start them on the fire.
To get that smoky
Smoky, yeah, and then just lukewarm, and then put them on the gas. The vegetables should be done, but who knows?
They're smoked.
I don't know where to put these.
On the stone.
Hey?
On the stone.
So I'll just get these. There's a novelty. Prawn sizzling. I'll give these a couple of minutes. Can I buy that fork, please? Thank you. Get my Vaseline out of the way.
Oh, it's steaming.
Yeah, they're looking good. I'm hiding in there. Oh, smell nice.
Yeah.
Of our Creole seasoning from Louisiana. Just makes everything taste hot so you don't get the real taste. Right, ready for dinner. I'm lost for words. We've moved everything onto the gas. The fire's suddenly decided to get going. Oh.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
there are flames.
Yes, there it goes.
Well, that's all there is to it. Just like that.
What's all that black on your face?
Oh, I don't know. It's where my mascara slipped.
What, on your nose? Oh, what's it like?
It's very tasty. I'm not just saying that. That is very tasty.
But you're adding hot sauce on.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's the mildest of the hot sauces that they did at the Tabasco sweet and spicy sauce.
Just like you, darling.
Sweet and spicy, hot and tangy. We would spend the next 4 nights at Wortham Meadow and would find plenty to keep us occupied and entertained.
Alright, somebody throw some beer cans in here. We need something. And we ain't got barrels, we're using beer cans.
How's it going? But that is for the next video. So thanks for watching and see you soon.
Come and show me.